Hi, I'm Evan with Rightrope. Today we are going to be going over how to put an eye splice on the end of a 3-strand rope. And if you stick around to the end, we're going to put this finished splice in our brake testing machine to see how much weight it can hold. So getting started with the splice, we're going to go ahead and count 12 picks down the end of the rope. Now a pick is just the distance from the top of one strand to the top of the next. So here to here is 1 pick. Go ahead and count 12 down. Marking that point, we're going to go ahead and put some tape around that mark, just like so. Now take the tape off the end of your rope. My end is hot cut, so I'm just going to go ahead and split these ends. If yours is not, you'll want to be sure to tape each end individually so that the rope does not fray. Unravel the 3 strands down to this point. They should form somewhat of a triangle at the end like that. I'm going to tape each end with a different color just so that I can refer to them throughout the video as well. So now we have a black, a white, and a brown strand that we're going to work with. Now we're going to loop the rope back on itself like this to determine the size of the eye you want. When you have the correct size of the eye, we're going to start the splice right here. Whatever strand is furthest from the rope is going to be the one you work with first. For me, it's going to be this black strand. The bottom strand can pass under the rope, and the top strand can go over like this. Whatever pick is closest to this point is the one that we're going to put that black strand underneath. So unravel the rope and open it up like so, and I'm going to use my tool to slide through the rope like this, and then put that black strand underneath the rope. Go ahead and pull it nice and tight. Now if you don't have this tool, I'll show you how to do it a different way in just a second. Now we're going to go with the top strand, so the white one in our case. Rotating the splice on its side, we're going to go under this next pick right here. When you're splicing away from you, like this, you should be entering the right side of the rope and coming out the left side of the rope. That's important for when you flip the splice over and work on the 3rd strand, the brown one, because we're going to loop it around this pick and go from right to left again. Pull that 3rd brown strand tight so it sinks in between these 2 picks. Now we can go ahead and take our tape off and snug up each of these strands. You've now completed your first set of tucks, and we're going to do 5 more down the standing end of the rope. For synthetic rope like this, we're going to be doing 5 sets of tucks. If you're using natural fiber rope like Manila or Sisal, you can get away with only 3 sets of tucks because of the higher friction. Go ahead and start with this brown strand, the one you just did, and we're going to go over the next pick and under this one. For the rest of the splice, we're just going to go over, under, every other down the end of the rope. So unravel the rope here, making sure to pull it nice and snug again. Pass it under that strand. Now we're going to do it with the black one. Now if you don't have this tool, go ahead and take any long pointed thing, like for instance I have a pen here, and you can just slide it through the rope like this, and then go ahead and push it the rest of the way through like that, and then pull it through. Now we're going to do the last strand to complete our 2nd set of tucks, and we're going to go under this pick right here. So making sure we go over one and under the next every time. This one, because it has to travel over this strand, you can pull nice and tight before you tuck it, so that way the splice has a very perfect, tight looking eye. Now we're going to do 3 more down the standing end of the rope. That's 3 sets of tucks, so 2 more. Remembering always to go over, under the entire way down. So now you have the finished splice and it should look like this. You'll know you did it right if you twist the splice and it forms a square like that. If you want to cut these strands off closer to the rope, you can. Just go ahead and tape down at the base and then cut them off nice and tight. You've now finished your eye splice. Generally, putting a proper eye splice in the end of a 3-strand rope should maintain around 90% of its original breaking strength. So I went ahead and spliced the other end of this, and now we're gonna run the machine and see how many thousands of pounds it can take before it breaks. Thank you for watching. If you found this content helpful, we're going to be making an entire splicing series, so like and subscribe to follow along. If you have any questions, we do actively monitor our comment section below, so drop your questions and we'll respond to them as soon as possible. Lastly, if you need any rope, shop Rightrope.com for the right rope at the right price.